Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Hump Day. It's Wednesday, June 26th. Hope your day is going well so far. We do got a couple items here on the economic calendar here, so we'll start off with the durable goods orders for the month of May. April's numbers actually revised a little bit worse. They're at 2.1 initially, and then they were down to 2.8. So basically, yes, we were in the negative in April, and it just went further in the hole in April, from 2.1 to 2.8%. Forecasts were calling for a drop of another 1% in May, and actually was a little bit worse than that at 1.3%. Now, if you take out the big ticket items here, it's basically transportation, not just autos, but transportation, we had basically nil. So basically, there was no change in the month of April. However, forecast for May was calling for an increase of 0.1, and it went up 0.3%. Now, why is there such a discrepancy here? Is because when you get the durable goods orders, when we take out transportation, it's kind of like the core that we look at inflation. It's the big ticket items that really throw the numbers off from month over month. Because, for example, in this scenario, Boeing with the grounding of the 737 MAX planes, and that's really disrupting these numbers with those Boeing's really kind of the one that's bringing these numbers down here because the cost of airplanes are so high. That's what's kind of messing up the durable goods orders here. But when you take that out, it's not bad, but it's still showing some improvement. But it is relatively low for where we should be at for a growing economy. So let's kind of jump ahead here to the headline news. We have the stock market is up. It's basically taken its cue from some comments that Steve Mnuchin made on I believe it was CNBC, stating that the U.S. is basically at 90% of the way through on the talks with China with a trade agreement. So the stock market is taking that as optimism and moving on. President Trump is scheduled to meet with President Xi Jinping on Saturday, and the hope is that they can resolve their differences and get back to the table and complete the report moving forward. So the comments by Stephen Mnuchin was that very optimistic and kind of set the tone for the stock market today. However, one of the things we want to keep in mind is that we are on the face, yes, 90% is great. We're pretty close to that level where we should be at, but we're still at 90% before the talks even stalled, and we're at 90%. So we're no further than where we were before the talks stalled. We're basically at the same point and just trying to get back to the table to wrap up that 10%, remaining 10%. So let's keep that in mind here. And of course, there's a few other items here. Micron is making the news today in the stocks due to some late quarter growth, and I guess they start off bringing up about 12%. So with them taking off, the rest of the chip makers are also doing quite well as in comparison. So let's kind of move over to the bond market, see how that's playing out. We're down a little bit. So the good news for the stock market is not so good news for the bond market because money's flowing from the bond market back into the stock market. They want kind of the piece of action while the stock market looks like it could be rising up. And if we get that trade agreement with China, and more positive news of that, stocks will continue to rise. So they want to get their feet back into the equities market. So basically, it's the flow of money from the bond market going back into the stock market, and that's why we're kind of stalled a little bit. We're down about 11 basis points right now. I would say that, yes, this is rates worsened slightly a little bit today. We do got a little range here between our Fibonacci level here, the ceiling, and our floor of support, which will be the 25-day moving average. At some point, yes, in the near future, with the 25-day moving average rising, we got the Fibonacci, we'll get squeezed to make one decision, either go upwards or downwards. Foreseeable future, I do think we could potentially go upwards, but as of right now, we're kind of in the middle range here, so it's something we want to keep our eyes on before any further price erosion, if it comes downwards, or hopefully it goes upwards. So let's take a look at the yields. The yields are still up below that. Well, it's now a ceiling of resistance. It used to be a floor of support when it was over this way and trying to break below it. And right now it is settling up just right up on that 2.03 level here. All right, so that pretty much wraps up the day. Rates did worsen a little bit today. If you guys are looking to refinance or purchase, go ahead and direct message me. I'd love to be able to help you guys out with your scenarios. We do offer a lot of wide loan programs available to all sorts of scenarios out there, and love to hear from you guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.